Hello nerds, welcome back to another video. Gabriella here. Today is a good day and it's going to get even better because the time has finally come, you guys, okay, for a bookshelf tour. Yes, I know. Gabriella, we've been asking for this for months. We know. I'm aware of this, okay? Every time I would go to film a freaking bookshelf tour, I filmed one once, months ago, but I was always unhappy with the look of my bookshelf. You may notice my bookshelf looks a bit different than my past few videos because I have rearranged. There's been more shelves added, okay, and just some spacerizing done. But now I can finally confidently bring you my bookshelf tour and show you my shelves and my books in their full glory, how they were meant to be perceived. So without further ado, let's get into the bookshelf tour. And actually, before we do that, you need to go subscribe, okay? You need to go subscribe because you know you want to be part of the nerd gang. I mean, what else are you going to do, right? You don't want to be missing out on all the fun that we're having as a family together. Anyways, so click the little subscribe button, little bell icon so you can be notified of every new video. Follow me on all the social media that are down in the links below, okay? And we can roll the intro and get into finally the bookshelf tour. So welcome, new angle, okay, because I wanted you to see, okay, it's grandiose, okay, there's 3 shelves, it's amazing, they're beautiful, I love them so very much. I feel weird doing a bookshelf tour and not saying that my shelves are Billy bookshelves from IKEA, because that is what literally everybody else has. But that's not what I have. I have something even better because my boyfriend built this for me for Christmas. It was his first gift to me ever, was these shelves. He knows me very well. Yeah, these are made of wood. They're screwed in to the studs in the wall. I don't know. I don't know what kind of information you want out of these shelves, but that is basically it. My shelves have organization to it because I love order and chaos, but also order. So, and when it comes to bookshelves, I do love order. When it comes to everything else in my life, chaos. Anyways, so I have 3 shelves, as you can see. I'm sorry about the sound, by the way. I'm far away from my microphone now, so if you can't hear me, well, that's your problem. Anyways, so the very top shelf has all my series. I only put completed to semi-completed series up on here, just, you know, for aesthetic purposes. I used to have also like unfinished series here, like if I had the first in a book that was known to be a series or the second book hadn't come out, things like that, I would have them up here, but I didn't like that anymore. So yeah, these are just completed to semi-completed, so, you know, trilogies and all that. Unless they're a duology, which is 6 of Crows is the only duology I have here, but unless they're a duology, they have 3 or more books to be able to be eligible to the top shelf. Because anyways, I organize my shelves by height, so logically they would be together anyways, like each series, they wouldn't be separated, like if I went by color or something like that, so why not just have them on top? Then the second shelf and the third shelf both have the same organization pattern, which is by height, as you may notice. Okay, so here we go from tallest to shortest, and then we continue the short all the way to the very end. And then in this little section here, I have all my manga. And then you might wonder, Gabby, I feel like you have more books than that. To be exact, I currently own 220 books. You won't see all 220 books today because if I pre-order a book or whenever I click like, you know, check out at the end of my cart, I automatically add the books to my own section on Storygraph and Goodreads. So right now on my shelf, I probably have like a dozen less, like maybe like 215. No, that's not a dozen. Maybe between 205 and 210. And I also have 2 more shelves that are behind where the camera is, which we'll get to later, but this is the main shelves. This is the These are the shelves you see in every single video that I film. Like this is, I usually sit like here. So these are the shelves you'll recognize. So we will go shelf by shelf. I didn't want to do a video where I take out each book. So I only talk, we'll look at the spines. I will take out some books for different purposes. But if you're looking for one of those videos where they pull out each individual book and show it to you, read out the name and the author, this isn't the one, because I also didn't want to spend an hour doing that. And I love watching these videos. This is no shade to them, okay? Haley in Bookland does that, and she has like almost 800 books, and somehow it's still riveting to watch. But I just wasn't feeling the vibe when making my own bookshelf tour. So let us start with the first shelf. Okay, so this is a very weird angle, but we will go with it. This is the complete far left of my very top shelf. And this right here, like this is my hand, hello. And on this wall over here is where you see my Start of Gryffindor and my videos, as you can see here. So you can situate yourself on my bookshelf. So that is where we are right now geographically. So let us start. Here I do have an egg. It is, as some of you may, I'm trying not to drop this. As some of you may recognize it, it is the egg, the golden egg from the Triwizard Tournament of, you know, Harry Potter. And it is a Charmed Aroma candle. I did haul this, I believe, in a video a long time ago, but it is broken. As you may see, the piece is here. So I haven't lit it yet because I need to super glue it. And it's like a collectible. You keep this after the candle is burned. But the candle does smell amazing, and it just fit pretty well in this little space here because like there's not really any books that fit in this little area because my, you know, as you can see, my ceiling is like slanted. So there's not really any books that fit there. So there the egg goes. I then have the entire Twilight white collection. They look outstanding. On top of it, I do have a, what's it called? Christmas tree ornament. And it says, "He sees you when you're drinking." This was actually a Christmas gift from my boyfriend's sister. And I had it on my bookshelf since then. I got it like a bit after Christmas, so it didn't actually go on a Christmas tree yet. But I loved the saying. And then like soon after that, I got the Twilight White edition. So ended up just working out, looking really cute. I try to like point it that way, but it never really stays. So you don't really see the sayings when you look at my bookshelf. And I just wanted to show you guys, like, how beautiful is that? How outstanding is that? I just love these covers, minimalistic. And yeah, and they fit perfectly with my little, oh no. I have, like, as you can tell, like Christmas lights, and they don't, my Twilight is going to be crooked until I fix it. But yeah, so this is going to stay like that for now. This is all my Twilight collection. Obviously Midnight Sun, which I haven't read yet. Then So the Boys I Loved Before. Then we have here a little hourglass, and it is like magnetic. So when you turn it, you know, it's just like sand pebbles or whatever. But when you put it on the magnet, it does this little thingy magic. So this little, I don't know, shape or whatnot. So that is very cute. Got this, I think my mother gave it to me, if I remember correctly, and I think she got it from Chapters. Indigo, if anybody was wondering. But yeah, that is just a nice knick-knack. I have a Darker Shade Magic Collector's Edition hardcover, a Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I do have here, starting, you will see A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I own like the whole paperback edition. I'm missing the last one, but I haven't read any of them, so it kind of doesn't matter, like, at all. So yeah, sorry, the angle is going to keep being weird until we're done with the top shelf. But in any case, after the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, we have Six of Crows. This shelf, by the way, like I try to go like short, tall, as you may have noticed, because I do like the aesthetic look of it, especially since like an entire series, like most of my series came in a box set, because that's how I like to have my series, because like that, they all look the same, and they're all the same height, and you know, so most of these came actually in a box set. I think the only one so far that you've seen that didn't come in a box set were To All the Boys series over there. I bought them individually, but like same editions. And then the Six of Crows went in a box set because the first one I bought myself, and then the second one Actually a subscriber, or actually a follower on Instagram / subscriber got it for me from my Amazon wishlist. They're actually technically different editions. Like this one is the like paper cover. This one is the matte cover, but they kind of look the same, so who cares? I then have the like the first 3 books in the Jack Ryan series thing. So that's what I meant by like unfinished collections. Like I have no intention of buying every Jack Ryan book. There are a lot. It's like, you know, the series that never ends, even though Tom Clancy passed away like ages ago. There's still a lot of Jack Ryan books being written. But like I count it as, you know, a series, and I put it with my completed, I love the little completed series. I then have the City of Bones. It's like technically the first trilogy, and then this one you're supposed to read later or something like that. I don't even know. I haven't read them either. I have 2 little figurines here. Got this from a friend in high school. My birthday, my 16th birthday, still love it. It's a little, we've got a little Captain America. I don't know if it's focusing. But yeah, we got a little Captain America, and we've got a little Thor just brandishing the hammer. Comic accurate. We love to see it. I keep it in front of the Jack Ryan because it just feels like it makes sense there. But yeah, City of Bones, quadrilogy, whatever series. We then have the Aurélie la Flamme here, which is the first like book series, like actual novels that I read, and so I'm never getting rid of them. But yeah, okay, I'm just gonna camera will fall, but we've come to the end of the bookshelf with the Eliminate trilogy that I got. Actually, this one I didn't come in a box set either, and I actually didn't all get them. I got them all 3 from different stores, but all the same edition, so that's great. Then at the end here, both as like a book holder and just like decoration, I have this huge candle from Indigo that my mom got me. I forgot what the smell is. Yeah, it doesn't say underneath, but it smells good. It smells like fall, like fire, basically, like a nice little firewood. But yeah, I use it to hold all the books together. And then at the very end of the shelf here, I have this very heavy snow globe that I got years ago when I was going really deep in my Harry Potter phase. I got this, found this at Chapters as well. Oh, no, that was Winners. The sticker is still underneath, but this is like decades old. But first of all, snow globes are awesome. And also the stag in it just reminded me of Harry Potter and Harry's Patronus / his father's animagus. And so when I saw it, I was like, hello. So yeah, it stays here at the end. It has a little hook so it can hold things, but I don't use it for that, and it's just staying there for now. But it's been on my bookshelf since I've had these shelves, actually, because it just makes sense. Okay, so we are now onto the second shelf. So like I said, second and third shelves are all ordered by height. But as much as possible, sorry, if you hear like weird grunting, it's my dog, okay? It's not me, it's not one of my sounds. Yeah, it's organized by height. So because of the height thing, it ends up having that like there's going to be a lot of hardbacks, like, you know, back to back like this, and then a bunch of paperbacks back to back. Paperbacks, like, anyways. And I try within the height to respect some sort of color coordination, hence why A Touch of Jen and Anna K both have pink on them, so they're next to each other. 1984 and Ace of Spades, red, you know, Vanishing Half, Lovely War. You know, then I have this little Mario, just, you know, chilling, living his life. I did not buy him, technically stole him. It was like, I think it's like a McDonald's game, and it was just in my office at my old job. And then when the pandemic hit, everybody was leaving the office, and I was like, I can't leave Mario behind, so I took him, and he's been on my bookshelf ever since. So that is little Mario. Yeah, not much to say about these books. They're hardbacks, some paperbacks, some really thick buddies. But yeah, let us move forward into the shelf. So yes, like I said, I try to keep like a color palette so you can see why like the greens and blues are all there, and then all the yellows are here. So these are all yellow, obviously, as you can see, unless you're colorblind, actually, maybe you might not see, but these are all yellow here like this. Then we got green, some blues, and then some turquoises. And then here, House in the Cerulean Sea is the last of the blues, but it has some purple in the clouds. So then we move into Pet, which is purple. And then we have the weight of our sky. Whew, I can't speak. we have the Weight of Our Sky, which is like, has some purple in it, but turns darker as we get into Vivek OG, which is both darker gray with some red, and then we get into the reds. Just all makes sense. You see what I mean? Like, so I organize by color, but also by height, but by color, you know? Also, we have here little Hedwig, my love. She is also from Charmed Aroma. You see her always next to my head when I film videos. She's actually lit right now. And yeah, she's lit. Get it? But yeah, so she is another Charmed Aroma from the same collection as the egg, I think. It's because the egg was broken, they decided to send me her instead, because they didn't have any more eggs to send me as a replacement. So they told me to choose another one, another Harry Potter collectible. And so I chose Hedwig, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm kind of happy my egg ended up broken. Does that make sense? Like, you know, because I can still like light the egg and I can still use it as like decoration. And then Hedwig will become a mug probably one day, I'm assuming. Or she'll just stay on my, or she'll become a bookmark holder once the wax is gone, but like she's not even halfway yet. And I've lit her quite a bunch. So that is my little Hedwig, and she just rests wherever she may. Actually, she flies at night and decides where she's going to stay. But yeah, so we end to the end of like the red collection, and 6 Crimson Cranes, which I actually just finished like literally the day before I'm filming this, is like the last. With she has like some white and blue with red, you know, it flows together so well. I'm like really proud of my color progression, which is why I'm talking about it so much. Okay, thank you very much. I have a feeling like before the end of this video my camera is going to fall. So anyways, so we are now towards the end, well, at the end of the second shelf. So now there's really only basically paperbacks. We're kind of out of the hardback, you know, supremacy section, and the rest of the shelves are kind of going to be paperback just because of the nature of the height of all these books. But from 6 Crimson Cranes, we go into white, but then I didn't have any more white. So we go into black. I actually have the Witch Haven, which is a new release coming out August 31st. And I got it early somehow, for some reason. It came in the mail early, so very happy about that. And I feel like it looks really good with the rose gold. I just love the spine so much. But yeah, so we get into some darker colors. As you can see, there's still like some sort of color theme happening here. You know, all my darker, taller paperbacks are all together. We've got hints of purple traveling through, some blues traveling through, and then there was no great way to transition, so it just goes to red, but then we keep red, orange to yellow. So, you know, I'm trying here. We've got literally the biggest book on my bookshelf, which is The Lord of the Rings. It's about like you know, 1,172 pages, something like that. You know, just cheeky, nice little relaxing read, as Hermione Granger would call it, leisure reading. So yeah, and then, you know, I wanted to keep Grace together, but I love that Big Little Lies has a pink name on it. So then we transition into my pinks, and then we've got some pinks and purples with Red, White, and Royal Blue, and One Last Stop, and Emergency Contact, and then we get into a nice purple with Wicked Fox. We love to see it. Okay, so we have the third shelf, which is actually pretty low. Like, this is where my hips are. No, this is lower than my hips already, where the books are. So I can't really see the camera. So let's just hope that everything's in focus and everything looks good. But anyways, I've got this little candle here. It's cute. It's light blue. I think it's also from Chapters. Pretty sure. And then I have some books. I tried as much as possible in this third shelf to also go with the similar type of color progression / color coordinated that I did on the second shelf, but I don't think I did as good as a job in this one. But this is like, the second shelf is very similar to how it used to be before I rearranged my shelf this month, while the third shelf is like very different. So, you know, you can't blame me for that. But I tried, you know, keeping dark colors, but then there's just a yellow. Why? I don't know, but I had nowhere else to put it. And then, you know, just trying to keep some purples and pinks together. I don't know. But yeah, I tried my best. But yeah, these are some nice little paperbacks. I do love the feel of having like the same height together like that. Like, it feels so satisfying and it looks so satisfying. Fucking love it. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about the books here. There's some of these books that are like just like not even like 1/3 of a millimeter higher, and I don't get why, and it makes me very angry. Like, what the hell? Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's shorter than all these, but it's taller than all these. What was the point? What was the point? We've got a nice little orange moment here. You know, this is fun. A nice blue moment here. And then we've got a bunch of black. Then another little blue moment, sort of. It's rough. There's not like that many colors that I can go with in this section. But hopefully as I get more books, I say as if I shouldn't stop buying books right now. But anyways, as I get more books, I'll be able to have more colors to like transition into one another for. But yes, we are almost at the end of the third shelf. I just don't have much to say about this one. So here I have my mass market paperbacks. The Stand and Dune are taller, obviously, than The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And they're the same height as One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I wanted to keep all my paperbacks together. Also my Stephen King's together. It just made sense. And now it creates this little nook for this other candle, which is from the same collection as the big blue one on the first shelf. And this one I haven't lit yet. It's Mulled Cider Cinnamon, also from Chapters. And I love rose gold. I have a little lighter. This one is a clipper lighter that I got in Amsterdam, hence why it says Amsterdam, and it's a little like look of a street in Amsterdam. So, you know, when in Rome, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the rest of the shelf. And let's just move into the last final section. Okay, so final little segment. I had to take a little break. Had to change my shirt because I was wearing a sweater to be cute, and it wasn't working out. So, anyways, to continue, finish the last shelf. Here I just had a hole, so I have my other side of my book holders because I didn't really need it the way like the books in this section hold with having these mass market paperbacks here. So, and I use this space to put another candle. This one is a Voluspa candle, and this one came actually from my boyfriend's mom for Christmas. Actually, like literally most of this knickknacks on the shelf came from Christmas. And I have this snow globe my sister made in elementary school. It's a pig. Anyways, and it just stands there, just chilling, vibing. And in here I have my whole, what's it called? Manga and graphic novel collection. They're just standing here like that because they look better, I feel, piled on together than sideways because the skinniness of some of them. I know I'm skinny shaming books, but it is what it is. So yeah, and actually all of this entire collection is like the one like section genre of my bookshelf that I can say like all bought this year. Like actually I can say all bought since February. So and it's grown quite a bit, but I would like to grow it some more. But yeah, if you're interested in knowing any more about these manga graphic novels, I have read everything here except for Through the Woods, which I'm saving for spooky season. And then Death Note Volume 2, 3, and Orange Volume 1, 2. But the rest, you can hear about me reading them in wrap-ups, reading vlogs, those types of things. And I also just read Fang recently, and it looks so freaking good. Just love, it's a cloth bound. We love a cloth bound. And you will see more about that, actually, in an instant. Okay, hello. We are in a very weird position right now, so I'll try to do this in a timely manner. But hello, this is me, and these are the other two bookshelves that I have. These are freshly built from last week, hence why everything has been moved around. Everything looks better now. But yeah, so these two shelves are organized in a very specific manner. Let's get into it. So top shelf first. We've got all my classics are all here. All the way up to, wow. So the thing that just fell, something I keep with my classics. I've always kept it with my classics actually. And it is this little magnet. It says, "The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool," which is a quote from Shakespeare, from As You Like It. Got it actually in Stratford, Ontario, not England. But basically there's a city called Stratford in Ontario, and it's like a Shakespeare type town. Like there's a Shakespeare, like not museum, but like theater where they do like Shakespeare plays and stuff, and it's like an homage to him. and I went there as a school trip. I got this. So hence why it stays with my classics, because you know, Shakespeare. But yeah, all these are my classics. And yes, then wow, my dog almost made my camera fall off. Then here we have my poetry collection, my newest edition, this big chunker. You're like, poetry? Usually it's smaller. Yes, it is a complete collection of Emily Dickinson's poems. But yeah, all these are little poetry books. Then I keep some of my Bath and Body Works candles here, just because I had some space and I was tired of where they were placed, which was the floor. So I was like, they deserve to be on a shelf. I then have here, in this section here, it is not book related. Well, I mean, there's magazines, but it's not book related. This is my Taylor Swift shrine / music shrine. So all this section here, all this is like full of Taylor Swift CDs, all her CDs from beginning to end. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm missing Evermore, but I digress. The CDs here are from other artists though. So that's why you can't see them, because other artists are useless to me. I'm just kidding. Then to go here, this is like all nonfiction, like up till here. From down here, it's all nonfiction. This is my travel nonfiction. I have here the travel book, which is like a really prized possession of mine. My mother bought me for this for Christmas or a birthday at some point. And it's from Lonely Planet. It kind of cuts off a little bit, but because of the nature of how I'm filming right now. But the travel book has a 2-page spread for every country in the world, with information about traveling there and some beautiful pictures. And then I have here some just random, just all my nonfiction is here. So I've got some memoirs, I've got some intellectual stuff, unsolved crimes, forensic psychology for dummies, cat breeds, you know, just everything that make me me. Yeah, the anatomy of motive, you know. Then we have a section that I think you guys would like, and I would like to do a video like going more in depth on this. But this is my Harry Potter shrine. I've got, of course, all the Harry Potter books. These are the ones I actually read. Spines are, they're not actually cracked. They're more like wrinkled, I'd say. Because I'm not a spine cracker, at least unless I have to. But yeah, I have here a little cup that I got from the Harry Potter experience in Livingston, England, which is like outside London, where they film the movies. You can buy a little cup of butterbeer to drink, and you can get a memory cup. I got this, and now it holds all my bookmarks, and one of them is actually a Harry Potter bookmark. This I got for my birthday from my boyfriend, as well as a sword. It was a very Harry Potter themed birthday. But yeah, I keep it in the cup. Almost kicked my dog. That's fine. And here on this side, I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. We won't talk about it. Then I have the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And here I actually use sticky tack to stick it, but I have my beautiful wand, which I got from Universal Studios Hollywood. It is Ginny Weasley's wand. But yeah, that is the end of my second shelf, actually. And I have 2 rings here, 3 rings here, and they just had no place to go. So, and they kind of look like witchy and stuff. So I was just like, what the hell not? So here they go. Okay, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for sticking around to this very overdue bookshelf tour. I'm so happy I finally did it, you guys. And I'm really happy in the state of my shelves. Like, they make me so freaking happy just looking at them. Like, I'll literally just sit and be like, so yeah. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you guys so much. If you watch all the way to the end, thank you very, very much. And please comment a book, any book emoji related emoji down below. If you watch all the way to the end, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you wanted to see more about my Taylor Swift shrine or my Harry Potter shrine, or I also have a vinyl collection where I have like, you know, like 75 vinyls, nothing major, that I could go through with you guys. Instead of a bookshelf tour, it could be like a vinyl collection tour. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Love you all. I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye-bye.